So before I begin my makeup routine, I like to make sure that my face is exfoliated and basically clean so that when I put my makeup on, it doesn't feel like very oily. It feels like refreshed, you know? So I use my Neutrogena Deep Clean Invigorating Foaming Scrub, and I love that it makes your face feel, it's like a cooling sensation, and it makes it feel like it makes you more awake. So after my face is clean, I like to use my Vaseline Intensive Care Deep Moisture lotion, and I like this because it's a little bit thicker than like regular lotion, so it makes sure that my face is very hydrated and it stays hydrated throughout the whole day. Put that all over my face, especially like in my nose area because that gets a little bit dry, and under my eyes, the places that you want to look refreshed and hydrated throughout the day. Okay, so the next step in my makeup routine is to prime my face so that my makeup stays on throughout the whole day, especially during the summer. And like, I live in North Carolina, so the heat is very bad and it's so humid that like you feel like you could literally melt. And so I like to use the Bare Minerals Prime Time Brightening Foundation Primer, and I love this because it doesn't make your skin feel too oily, but it makes it feel hydrated enough. And I'm almost out of this, so I have to like use this. So I just put a little bit on my face, and then after I do this, I let it sit for about like 3 minutes because you want it to dry and set so that it actually does its job and like makes your makeup stick to it basically, so it has to like activate. The next step in my makeup routine while my primer is setting is to do my eyebrows. So I use this Tarte palette, and it's like the Energy Noir palette. I love this palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. It has these beautiful colors. Like, I don't wear too much makeup, so this is a perfect amount, and I use this color right here at the bottom mixed with this brown at the top because that's basically the shade of my eyebrows. Sorry, the camera was about to fall. I don't want that to happen. So these brushes are perfect. They're by Eco Tools, and so I just take this angled brush and then I mix the two colors. Sorry, I'm gonna be looking at this mirror because it helps me. And then I basically just like fill in my eyebrows because I have like enough hair on my eyebrows, but I like it to be a little bit darker. So that's why I just fill it in. And that also helps shape it. Okay, now that my eyebrows are done, I'm going to move on to my concealer. I like to put on my concealer before I put on any other makeup on my face because I feel like it's like the foundation of my face, and I don't like putting it on top because then I feel like it might not match my skin. So I'm using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, if that'll focus. And I just love this concealer because it's like the right amount of consistency. Like, it's not too thick, it's not too like oily or anything like that. So I just use a little bit. I'm not sure what brush number this is, but it's just by MAC. I just got it in like this face brush set. So I just use a little bit of this, and then I just sort of form a triangle under my eyes, and it hides your under eyes and it makes you look more awake and more refreshed. So this is the sort of like area that I apply it in mainly. Then I also put it in like 3 stripes above my or on my forehead, because that's like your T-zone and it's sort of like the area where you want to highlight. So I just go like this, and then I bring it down my nose. Don't have too much on my brush. And then I just go ahead and blend that in. After my concealer is all blended in, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. If your face gets a little bit tanner on one area than the other, this basically helps that because it makes it all one even skin tone. Well, first I'm going to take my finger and put a little bit all over my face. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and my mirror and basically just blend it all in. Once that is all blended in evenly around my face, I'm going to take this Clinique Stay Matte Sheer Pressed Powder, and it's in the color Stay Honey, and I think it's like medium, and this is what the shade looks like. I just use this to set my concealer and my tinted moisturizer so that it stays matte throughout the day and doesn't get as oily as it would be if I didn't use it. So I just take a little bit of this and I just basically put it in my T-zone area. Now that my face is set, I'm going to be adding blush and a little bit of like bronzy sort of color on my face, like my cheekbones and my forehead. I'm going to be using this color of the Tarte palette that I'm using. And then I put it right above my cheekbone, like right when your ear meets your face, like the center of your ear, this line right here is where you're gonna apply it, and you make sure that you don't go too low because that just looks too like unnatural. So now I'm going to be adding a little bit more color to my face, and I'm going to be using this blush. I don't know the actual shade, but this is what it looks like. This is the color in the palette. So I'm just going to be taking this EcoTools brush. I just put it on the tops of my cheekbones and a little bit near my eyebrow in this sort of area. And once that's all applied, I'm going to be adding a little bit more of like doing this to my face by adding some highlighter. And I'm going to be applying that on my cheekbone and a little bit on my nose. Now I'm going to be moving on to eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using this other EcoTools brush. It's basically like an eyeshadow blending brush, and I'm going to be taking this light purple color and putting it all over my lid. And then I'm going to take this dark purple color right here, and I'm going to be putting that in my crease to add a little bit more definition. So now that my lids are done with eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking this angled brush and the same palette with this dark purple color, and I'm going to be putting it underneath my eyes just to line it like halfway, like to make your eyes pop. That's pretty much all for the eyes, except now I'm going to add some mascara to make your eyelashes longer, and trust me, it makes a big difference. So I'm just going to be taking this Sephora Full Action Extreme Effect Mascara. So I just apply it in like an upward motion, and I sort of curl the brush as I go. And you can also run the brush back and forth a little bit to add more color and product to your eyelashes. And lastly, I don't like to wear any major lip products during the summer, so I just use this Burt's Bees chapstick just to keep my lips moisturized throughout the whole day, and this is my favorite chapstick ever. So I just apply that on my lips. So this is my completed makeup look for the summer. I love this look because it's perfect for just a summer day.